The farm families that own Cabot are happy to be stuck in Vermont.
And I made it a little lighter, a little lighter, a little lighter. And I was like, no, that's not it. I just had to make it perfect.
Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. My name is Ava Sahlberger. We are here at the 11th annual Can-Am Con in Richmond at Camel's Hump Middle School, and this is the USS Enterprise.
My Bonnie lies over the ocean, over the deep blue sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Bring back my Bonnie to me.
This is the first time that the Canadian-American contest has been held here in Vermont.
I finished this at 2 in the morning.
Last night?
Last night before driving from Montreal.
Whether it's tanks, airplanes, cars, or outer spaceships, just don't call these toys.
Yeah, they're not. They're more works of art than they are toys. If you understand the amount of time and effort that goes into these things, they're not really toys.
I guess every modeler has his own approach. It fulfills maybe a different need with different modelers. My need is to make something so realistic that in the end people think it's real.
Here today we have people from all across New England, Canada, and upper state and the lower state New York.
This is my first time in Vermont, in Richmond.
There's many different cultures within modeling. You have your Star Trek guys, your armor guys, your airplane guys, all of which are people that have vastly different interests, and they sort of gather in these contests.
A lot of people come here just to get camaraderie and to learn basically how to do things and to steal other people's ideas.
I've been modeling since I'm like 5 years old.
Since 11 years.
I've been doing it since I was about 5 years old.
Off and on for about 50 years.
Our big focus lately has been on the junior entries, try to get more kids involved, get them off the video games.
Don't tell my friends I said this, but it's better than gaming.
I'm a police officer in Providence.
So, why do you want to spend your free time working on these?
Just to relax, a way of winding down. World War II has been a big hobby of mine, so it just seemed to carry over into the modeling.
I'm not sure if I should be calling myself a Trekkie, but I really watch Star Trek a lot. That's the only reason I got them, is because I'm into the Star Trek shows.
I come from Lebanon. I come from Beirut. Do you know the civil war in Lebanon? They start on 75. I did what I see during the war, during the civil war, the Israeli invasion, the Syrian invasion, you know. It's a Centurion shot. This is Israeli tank. I didn't live my teenagers like everybody, you know. Unfortunately, I was defending my place where I live. That's why I do models.
One nice thing about the hobby is, you know, we can always tell our wives, well, we're not out at bars, we're out downstairs doing models.
Go to the model room, have a couple of beers, and work on the models too. So
At least you're not out.
Right, not out and about spending money, causing problems.
We all tend to have longevity in our marriage for that fact.
It's very expensive. But my wife, she's okay with that.
What does it take to be a model maker?
Patience.
Us modelers, we have way more ideas than we have time.
It takes me about anywhere from 6 to 8 months just to do the model, and then if I'm building a diorama, tack on another 4 or 5 months.
How long did this piece take you?
1 year.
It's a labor of love that lasted since 2005, and I finished it last night, basically. It's still almost wet.
So we've got the USS New Jersey, which is a battleship that was built for World War II.
I personally do armor models. Even though I was in the Navy, I'm a veteran of the Navy, and people say, well, you should be doing ships. Well, I love ships, but I've been on them too much.
I have 1 modern day piece and 2 pieces from World War II and a diorama, World War II diorama. I've just always been fascinated by the stuff they came out with and the mindset, the things they thought up during the war.
That is a model of a B-24J that crashed in October 1944 while on a training mission. The crash is literally about a mile away from where I live. I live on Camel's Hump.
This is what's happening now in the Syrian conflict. BTR-60, it's armor, crew transport. This is the Lebanese Navy SEALs.
And you were actually
filming for them. You will be amazed a little bit because I'm a cameraman, war cameraman.
I'm kind of a loner, actually. I come out every few years with a mega project. I go do the rounds of the contest with it. It's basically scratch built. It's not from an actual kit. There's over 1,000 hours in there. It involves a lot of research because I'm not a professional of the marine trade, so I had to learn all about ships and how many life vests you need and what's the diameter of the cables holding this thing to the dock and everything. You come to a point where you've seen it so much yourself it doesn't impress you anymore, you know. And then you bring it out and you get all these people all excited about it, which is nice, because at the point where I am right now, I'm just pretty much fed up of seeing it.
Bring back, bring back, bring back Bonnie to me. Bring her back, bring her back, bring her back, bring her back, bring her back to me. Bring my Bonnie back to me.
These are the voyages of the USS Enterprise. We're gonna talk about you again real soon. I'm just trying to make it move. I went backwards, but this is frontwards, right? Here's love.
Plus it's the club, and you got guys like this in the club, so.